Good afternoon, Brave Nation, and welcome to Varsity Grounds in Pembroke, North Carolina, where today the UNCP Braves women's soccer team will try to take down the number 9 Wingate Bulldogs, currently undefeated on the season. It's the 5-5 Braves and the 10-0 Bulldogs in some non-conference women's soccer action. With Rhodey Jeffers, I'm Cameron Songer. Thank you for joining us. Rhodey, this is an interesting matchup between two regional rivals. Wingate coming off a win on Monday, so do you think perhaps fatigue might be a story for them in the early going at least?
I think it might be just because of the fact they had a game Monday. They might slow down a little bit, but they might pick back up towards the halftime and towards the end. So you never know. Hopefully they'll, slow down, but we'll see.
The Braves also coming off an exhausting game on Saturday, so not too much further back, but this is the rotation that a team is used to playing. It's usually the Wednesday, Saturday, Wingate having to make up a game that was previously postponed due to rain. That was a conference game, and the action was supposed to be a doubleheader between with UNCP hosting a pair of matches, both men's and women's, but the men's game ultimately getting canceled due to some scheduling conflicts. And the story for the Braves is coming off that 2-1 overtime loss at the hands of Georgia College on Saturday. And in that game, Courtney Crump went down with a left leg injury. She will not be in action today. And the story for the Braves in this one will be trying to replace her production on the offensive half. Take a look now at the starting lineups for both teams, starting with the visiting Wingate Bulldogs. They'll have Alexis Jones in goal, and in front of her in the back line, Morgan Meltzer, Macy Franklin, Caitlin Fletcher, Kaylee Apicella, and Mackenzie Schernick. In the midfield, they'll have Brooke Howell, or this is the, I guess, forward, or to the midfield here for Wingate. Excuse me, Erica Pichello and Caitlin Brunworth. And then at the forward spots, Taylor Leibel, Brooke Howell, and Gabby Caliendo. That's the starting 11 for Wingate. For the Braves, a pretty similar look to what we're used to seeing. Janae Aiken in goal. And on the back line, Courtney Boger, Jasmine Sinacal Guzman, Jillian Robson, and Stacy Scott. In the midfield, Katie Watkins, her sister Amber Watkins, Kate Weisner, Armani Boswell, and Carolina Sanchez. And just one forward listed in the starting lineup today for UNC Pembroke is Rayshawna Campbell. More when we come back. We're going to step aside for a moment for the playing of the national anthem at Varsity Grounds. Teams will meet at midfield to shake hands, and we are just moments away from non-conference Division II women's soccer action between the UNCP Braves and the number 9 Wingate Bulldogs. The Braves ranked number 9 in the NSCAA coaches poll. That came out just yesterday, so very recent. They moved up 2 spots from number 11 after their wins last week. They're 10-0 overall, 6-0 in the SAC, the SAC, and second in the Southeast region of the NSCAA poll. The Braves at 5-5. They started 0-3 on the season with a couple of injuries, and they bounced back well. They won 4 in a row in the middle of the season and suffered a loss at Armstrong State for their first loss in conference play. Defeated Lander 2-1 right here a week ago, and then 2-1 double overtime loss on Saturday against Georgia College. The head man for the UNCP Braves is Lars Anderson. He's in his 15th season with a record of 155, 101, and 25 in his career at UNC Pembroke. Also has coached elsewhere for 7 prior seasons. On the opposite sideline, Chip Wiggins in his 3rd season with the Wingate Bulldogs, a record of 39, 6, and 8 at Wingate. That is really impressive. And both the previous years he's been at the helm of the Bulldogs women's soccer program, they've won conference titles. This is a non-conference game between the two teams. We'll see if that affects the way these two teams come out and kind of approach this one. You have the fact that it's non-conference, but then on the flip side, it is kind of a rivalry game, Wingate and UNC Pembroke.
Right. Hopefully we'll see a lot of action out here on the field.
Last season these two teams played, it was a 1-1 draw, and that was really an impressive result for the Braves, who finished last season 11-5-3 with a 6-3-2 mark in the Peach Belt. Wingate was 13-3-4, going 9-1-1 in the SAC, and they reached the second round of the NCAA tournament. So a little bit more success for Wingate a year ago. Obviously, a lot more success this year, but you could say that it was not been the toughest schedule they've played to this point. In fact, you could even make the argument, looking at the schedule, that this might be the toughest game Wingate has played all season. Obviously, the Braves playing without Courtney Crump makes this a little bit tougher, but this is a very tough Brave squad. The 5-5 record, sort of deceptive as to how good this team is.
We're about to see how good this team is, but I do expect Jasmine Guzman to, since she's the second lead scorer on the team, I do expect her to, try to score as many as she can tonight.
Well, just getting shots has been a problem for opponents of the Wingate Bulldogs. Their goalkeeper, Alexis Jones, sports a pair of sparkling numbers, .33 goals against per game, and an 88 save percentage. She's made 23 saves on the season, allowed 3 goals, and I was no math major in college, but I think that's 26 shots she's faced on goal in 10 games, meaning opponents getting less than 3 shots on goal per game. Makes it easier for your offense if they know they really only need 1 or 2 goals and a 3rd goal basically guaranteeing a Wingate victory.
Yeah, their defense is not letting anything get past that goalie.
So that will be a challenge for the Braves. That's something to keep an eye on for UNCP. It's just the ability to put shots on goal and force goalkeeper Alexis Jones to make plays. For the Braves, of course, Janae Aiken, very solid in net. The numbers not quite as impressive as Jones's, but Aiken has a 1.7 goals against average and has saved 75% of the shots she's faced, but 49 saves on the season. She's been called on to make some big plays in big moments and usually steps up for this team. Okay, working the ball upfield, nice touch by Pacello, and she's on the run now. Braves will pick her up. Guzman with the challenge. Pacello recovers it. Quick give and go. Now looks for support. This is Fletcher. Back tap to Howell. And now room to work Brunworth as the Wingate offense gets into gear. Here's an attempt, and it will sail wide and to the right. That was Mackenzie Schernick taking the shot this time. It's easily scooped up by Aiken.
Yeah, they came for the win. They're really trying. They're really going for the goal.
Trying to get that early advantage, but the Braves with a quick counterattack. Aiken, or check that that's Rayshawna Campbell off the pass by Aiken. Now Amber Watkins near side. Crosses it back towards the middle, in towards the box, intercepted. Now Wingate with a good through ball. Chasing it down is Guzman. She tries to send it up the sideline, keeps it in play. Sanchez pressured, and she'll let it trickle out, and it's a throw in for UNCP. Watkins. Back pass, now sent long, looking for Campbell again. Campbell, the interplay with Kate Weisner, but the Bulldogs take it away. See how much pressure UNCP applies in the middle of the field. Appears to be not that much right now. Braves coming out with just 1 forward in the starting lineup. playing a more defensive formation, at least to start tonight's match.
So far, their defense is working very well for the Braves. They're trying not to let anything get to their goalie.
Stacey Scott forces the turnover, and then the foul committed by the Bulldogs, and Scott will get the free kick. An individual defensive effort there by the freshman from Jacksonville, North Carolina. So the Braves will move up the field, see if they can win this ball. It's going to go over the head of Weisner. Pinballing back and forth in the midfield, finally controlled by the Bulldogs. Far sideline with it. They were looking for Taylor Leibel. She couldn't keep it in. This will be a Bulldog throw-in. Scott there, clears it out. A safe play there to force another Wingate throw-in, and they're continuing to advance the ball upfield. This time the Braves jump in front and now have some room to work. Amber Watkins looking long. It's a nice run. Looking for Boswell. She's tripped up, and no foul called. Boy, the Braves were very close to making something there.
That was a great attempt.
That's Guzman going to the turf. She got tangled up with an attacking player for Wingate. Now, call the foul. Nothing too serious yet in terms of fouls. No need for any bookings at this point. That was Brooke Howell, the junior forward from Charlotte, North Carolina. She has 1 goal on 17 shots this season. She's also the only Wingate player with a red card at this point in the season, so she's not afraid to get in some tangle-up situations.
Yeah, she's determined to win. She's getting the red card.
Obviously, no cards coming out yet. About 6 minutes down here at varsity grounds in Pembroke. They're looking for Boswell, and it's well defended. Goalkeeper came out. Can the Braves get an interception? There's the turnover. This is Katie Watkins taking it back, waiting for some support. Boswell. And that will go out off the Braves. Long pass. Wingate. Guzman comes up to intercept. Amber Watkins. Going to her sister Katie. Katie looking into the middle. Some contact, the ball bounces right back out. Here's Watkins once again. Looking for her sister Amber. That's turned away. Quick counter now by the Bulldogs. Sanchez is there. Send it near corner for Amber Watkins. She can't chase this down to keep it in. And given the formation for the Braves, you would expect very defensive play, trying to really slow down the pace of this game, but when they've had the opportunity to attack, I've been pretty impressed by the way they've gotten into that attacking third quickly.
Yeah, they get into it very quick.
It's deceptive, but it can be very effective, as we almost saw right there. This will be a Wingate throw-in right in front of the bleachers. Caitlin Fletcher will set the play in motion. We'll see this Bulldog attack once again. Setting up a give and go. Here's Pacello. The nice touch. It goes out. Now looking to the far sideline. Chasing it down is Boswell. Looking into the box. The shot. Aiken with the save. A good ball into the box. And an opportunity for a goal there for Brooke Howell. Wasn't able to get it past Janae Aiken.
They're starting very early. Yeah, like you said earlier, they're trying to get a lead advantage already.
Doesn't look like they're counting that as a save for Aiken. Perhaps they were scoring that as that was going to be another pass. Wasn't really much on the shot, but did appear to at least be some attempt to go on goal with that, so there you have it. Cleared out by the Braves as it was going towards the box. Possession maintained by Wingate. Long. Aiken will keep it in along the end line. We've played about 10 minutes. With Brody Jeffries, I'm Cameron Songer. Thank you for joining us on a picture-perfect evening in Pembroke, North Carolina. Temperature at start about 77 degrees and just a few clouds in the sky. Boswell with the pass. Here's an opportunity for the Braves. Campbell trying the shot. It's deflected. Now Wingate trying to counter. 50-50 ball. Wingate trying to keep it in. They cannot. Braves will throw it in front of their own bench. But after the last couple of weeks that have seen some serious weather coming through the Pembroke area, this is a nice break for the players to be playing in this kind of weather. Sometimes you say when it's like this, you know, earlier I'd said it was too warm when we were out here about a week ago. Not saying it feels really nice.
The wind's blowing just enough.
There's a cross and it's deflected away. Amber Watkins nearly picked up a gorgeous assist. Yeah, the slight breeze is really what makes it feel 10 times nicer. And you know, the sun out here working on my tan a little bit. Braves will be on the road this weekend before coming back home for a conference match next week, Wednesday. And then their final home match the following Wednesday. The soccer season really kind of winding down quickly in terms of home matches and games we'll be able to broadcast for you. Next Wednesday we'll be out at volleyball, so won't have the women's soccer match for you on our YouTube channel. Guzman with the terrific defense, pokes it out. Wingate will get the throw in. That was a one-on-one defensive play. One shot so far for each side, no shots on goal. Wingate trying to change that right now. Along the left side, some contact. A little bit too strong of a touch. The Braves able to clear it out. That was an opportunity for Taylor Leibel. She was trying to pull the trigger there. Maybe took one touch too many. Bulldogs can't keep it in bounds this time, so the Braves will now throw in. And some action along the sideline that looks to be some Wingate players getting stretched out. They have a pretty big roster, and they can travel quite a few. A handful of players who haven't appeared in any matches yet this season.
Yeah, their team is humongous.
It is well over 30 deep. That gives you the luxury of perhaps redshirting some players and allowing some of those players to give you some good looks in practice as well. Aiken sends it long. Braves not able to win the 50-50 ball. Now the double comes. Wingate able to maintain possession. They'll pass back. This is Franklin to Brunworth. Sending it along the far sideline now. A good run. And into the attacking third now for Wingate as they set up. Lobbing it towards the box. Couple of Braves there. It bounces free. The shot and the save. A near disaster for UNCP, but Janae Aiken is there to clean it up.
They're determined to get this ball in that goal.
Shot taken again by Brooke Howell, number 10, hanging out along the far post in that situation. Braves now have it over midfield. Campbell with a man coming on behind her. It's tipped out off Wingate.
So far, it's a tough game. You can see that the defense on both sides, it's strong on both sides. Neither one of them want the ball to go anywhere.
You knew that was going to be one of the keys, one of the hallmarks of this Wingate team. And with Courtney Crump out today for UNCP, and that was probably going to be the MO for the Braves as well. Sanchez sending it in towards the box. No one there to complete the run. She's wearing the glove on her left hand. It's actually nice to see that because up until pretty recently she had the cast on her left arm. Showing tremendous toughness to play through an injury. Carolina Sanchez, that is. Aiken scoops this ball up. Doesn't waste much time before sending it long once again. Headed forward, UNCP. Campbell got a touch on it. The backline defense by Wingate, very solid. Tackle in the midfield, that's going to be a foul. Here it comes in towards the box. Bouncing around, cleared out by UNCP. Now being passed around. Looking in, Aiken cuts in front. Stellar play for the goalkeeper. The Braves not able to get it back over the midfield line. Turned over and back come the Bulldogs. Far sideline keeping it in. Leibel sending it back. Now a good cross. Again, bouncing right into the hands of Aiken. She'll hold for a moment to let her team advance upfield before sending it long. This has turned into quite a few Wingate attacks in a row now. Caliendo from the corner. And who touched that last? It'll be a goal kick for UNCP. Well defended. They didn't let Caliendo turn the corner. Janae Aiken will trigger with the goal kick. It was a strong touch there by Caliendo. Not enough angle there for a runner. Again, cleared away by Aiken. Can the Braves win a ball in the midfield? Headed well by the Bulldogs, bouncing to the Braves. And playing with it along the near sideline, kept in by Robson. Intercepted. Fletcher on the run. This is Pacello. Far sideline now. Lobbed into the box. Robson sends it up in the air. There's the attempt and the save. Again, Brooke Howell trying to get the first goal on the board. Once again, Janae Aiken says no thanks. Weisner wins the 50-50 ball at midfield. Looking forward for Boswell, not there. All the way back to the Wingate keeper, Alexis Jones. Braves deflected that pass from Howell. Kept it from moving forward. Wingate throw in. Sanchez comes in, clears that ball out again. Here's a look. A good run, well defended. Sanchez pokes it free and then draws the foul. That appeared to be something for Erica Pacello. Carolina Sanchez took care of business. Again, one-on-one defense for the Braves. It's been very, very good. Stacy Scott now with the free kick. Can the Braves win one of these balls on the offensive half? Looking
They
for
should
Campbell.
be able to.
Win by just sheer outnumbering. Now Campbell and Watkins looking for Boswell into the box and scooped up. A nice opportunity there for the Braves.
It was a great attempt for them.
A very good pass by Rayshawna Campbell. It's the best look UNCP's had all afternoon. Still very early, about 20 minutes gone in the first half. This, by the looks of things, could end up being a low-scoring game.
A very low scoring. Both teams are doing great.
Weisner winning possession, fighting off a couple defenders. Finally gets rid of it. Not able to connect with Campbell on the pass from Boswell. Watkins trying to defend. Ball moves forward. Caliendo. Help comes. Tapped out, and the Braves will get the throw in. Amber Watkins came in with the help defense. She throws into Sanchez, who sends it forward. Trying to hit Boswell on the run. Keeper comes out and clears it away, but the Braves will have a throw in the attacking third. That's been the look. Get Armani Boswell on the run in towards the box, and feels like one of those might connect sooner rather than later for UNCP. This goes out off the Braves, and now we'll have our first substitution of the afternoon. It's a Wingate substitution. Kimmy Moore will check in. And now 3 more coming on for Wingate. So we talked about the perhaps a little bit of fatigue, some wear and tear from playing just 2 days ago. And our last match on Monday. And now 4 substitutions coming in with more than 20 minutes to play in the first half. Among them, number 26, Victoria Fitchman, the redshirt senior from Matthews, North Carolina. She's appeared in every game, started 5 of them, and this is the 11th match of the season for the Bulldogs. Let's see those fresh legs on the attack. Braves getting a tap on this and moving it the other way. Robson to Watkins. That was off Wingate, so another Braves throw in. They're still not going with any reserves yet, is Lars Anderson. The foul committed near the midfield stripe by the visitors. So the Braves have an opportunity to get a look here. Stacy Scott will trigger from a few feet behind the midfield stripe. The Braves moving their offensive players in towards the top of the box.
It's a chance for a Braves goal.
Scott. It's deflected away quickly. Now a challenge. Guzman with some contact, but the Bulldogs win possession. Near sideline with it, Fletcher. To the far side. That'll be chased down by Wingate. The cross. It's corralled by Aiken.
The Braves are putting up a good fight.
Campbell with a good challenge. She didn't win the ball. The Braves did get a look, and they tried to go right back to Campbell, but couldn't do it. Bulldogs now. Robson there. Amber Watkins. Into the middle for Wisner. Can't get it to her. Wingate again on the run. Up forward. Braves have the numbers back. Fleischle. Guzman pokes it out. Here's a look in towards the box. Handled by Aiken. Easily. Perhaps hoping for a deflection, just to maybe get the keeper off balance. That was Kimmy Moore trying the shot, but with quite a bit of distance between her and the goal, allowing for plenty of reaction time for Janae Aiken. Now the Braves on their counter, looking for Boswell. She concedes. Now Wisner, the man coming on, gets it to Boswell. Braves don't have a ton of support. They tried to get it to Campbell and could not. Under 20 to play in the first half. Still no score at varsity grounds. It's a regional rivalry between UNCP and the Wingate Bulldogs. Good idea on that cross. Aiken calls off her defenders. Pretty good touch on that entry pass by Victoria Fitchman. Katie Watkins with the pass. Now running along the far side, Courtney Boger. Up to Boswell. Armani Boswell. Good speed shown. Here's the cross. And well defended and saved by Alexis Jones. She scoops it up as she goes to the ground to gather. Back and forth now. The Braves getting in on the action a little bit and getting some looks at the goal. Ball sent a mile in the air. A couple players getting tangled up inside the circle. Guzman on the run. Looking forward. Amber Watkins. Can she win this ball? On the chase down, poking it forward. And it'll be a goal kick for Wingate. Nice idea there. And now we'll see another substitution for the Bulldogs.
I think from their game Monday, the coach is trying to make sure that the girls are not tired, so he's switching them in and out so that, I guess, the more I couldn't understand, but he's making sure all his players aren't tired, and he's letting them all play, it seems like.
Kaylee Apicella will head to the bench. It looks like Naomi Matley will replace her. Braves still have not yet made any changes. Pretty confident with the 11 Lars Anderson started with. Wingate not able to get this clear. Now looking for Watkins. Bulldogs get to try again. Braves showing some pressure in the attacking half. Let's see if Wingate can successfully counter against a Braves team that might be a little bit more tired. A lot of fresh legs out there for the visitors in their navy blue tops. Good touch by Watkins. Taking it along the near sideline. Amber Watkins will take it to the corner. Two defenders come on. Bulldogs send it out, and the Braves will have a throw in right near the corner. This is dangerous territory here. Braves looking for the first goal of the match. Amber Watkins the throw in. It goes backwards, and Wingate recovers it. Fletcher, the pass forward. Jendrezic. forward. Here come the Bulldogs. Just quick touches. A lot of one-touch pass, one-touch pass. That's how they're trying to move the ball up the field.
But it's working.
The Braves try a long ball to try to put some pressure. Doesn't work. Looks like now both teams will be looking to substitute when they next can. Let's see who will get that sub in first. Here's a Bulldog chance. Into the box. One more pass, cleared away. Braves there. For Watkins. Loses it. Good defense by Fletcher. Was cleared away by Guzman. Right back into the Wingate attacking half. Moore with the pass forward. This is Jendrezic. Jendrezic tries to cross over, and it's well defended by Sanchez. Sanchez can't keep the ball in on the pass up ahead to Watkins, so Wingate will get to substitute first. Out comes Morgan Meltzer. And in comes Alex Beery. Swapping a pair of defenders, and the Braves will also substitute. Rashana Campbell to the bench, and on comes Mackenzie Wright. This is the first match Mackenzie Wright not in the starting lineup for UNCP. Getting the action here down the home stretch of the first half. Bulldogs looking into the box. Stacy Scott there for the Braves. Sends it out of play. 3 shots to 1. Wingate holds the edge in that category. Forcing 2 saves by UNCP's Janae Aiken. No saves yet for Alexis Jones of the Bulldogs.
But the question is, who will make the first goal?
Wingate on the attack, looking in towards the box. That'll bounce right into the waiting arms of Janae Aiken. Off the deflection. Under 14 to play in half number 1. This game has mostly been played to the right side of your screen, where the Bulldogs have been attacking. 10-0 and number 9 nationally ranked Wingate Bulldogs and the UNCP Braves. Some numbers here, and again off a deflection. Aiken able to handle. They were looking for Fitchman. Couldn't get it to her. But right back once again. The Braves unable to cross midfield with their clearance. And will be another Wingate throw-in from the right side of their bench. How long can the Braves defense withstand this barrage? Can they get to halftime with the score still knotted up and then try to devise a way to get some counterattacks? That's the Braves' ability to attack has been, frankly, few and far between.
Very.
Here's a pass that's going to go long. Guzman with the short pass up ahead. Now we'll send it forward. This ball will at least cross the midfield line. Can the Braves make a play on it? Wisner on the challenge. Nice footwork by Macy Franklin to move it back forward. But it will roll over the sideline. Braves will throw in. Sanchez with the give and go. Back to Mackenzie Wright. Right on the run, looking for Wisner. Wisner in towards the box. It's poked away. Braves will throw in, but first they will substitute. Under 12 to go in the first half. Boswell will exit. replaced by number 16, Christine Rolfs. Just moving towards the far corner. Braves will keep it in. This is still a dangerous attacking spot. Watkins towards the box, no one there. Good idea by Amber Watkins. Would have looked a lot better if there was a teammate there rather than the Wingate goalkeeper. Guzman missed on that clearance attempt. Braves don't appear to be any worse for it. In fact, they might be even better. Wright with a good tackle. Not able to keep it in. Wingate throwing in. Wright comes right back on to defend. Rolfs now is the one-on-one defender. They move it forward. Matley with the quick pass. Will she get it back in the midfield? Braves again there. A lot of Wingate defenders behind the ball right now. Right to Weisner. She goes down. That's a foul. Now Kate Weisner, after the foul against Wingate. This will be a free kick for the Braves. They could try to go on goal with this. 4 on the wall for the Bulldogs. It'll be Mackenzie Wright to take the free kick for UNCP. Under 10 to play in half number 1. Braves have had just 1 shot compared to 4 for Wingate. Now the wall will back up. What can the Braves make out of this set piece? Mackenzie Wright, the freshman. On the free kick. The shot, and that's going to sail high and wide. Not a bad idea for Mackenzie Wright to try to put that one on net.
It was a great attempt by her.
1 goal, 4 assists for her on the season. One of the team leaders in points. With a very solid start to her collegiate career. Here's Weisner trying to chase this ball down. Intercepted by Robson. Rolfs, Wright, Sanchez. Quick passing again for the Braves. Towards the middle, good touch. Braves maintaining possession. Katie Watkins tried to get it to Rolfs. Well, the Bulldogs have a chance to try to clear. Let's see if they can mount something of an attack after the Braves got a couple looks at the goal on that last sequence. Through ball up ahead. This will roll all the way back to the keeper, Janae Aiken. 50-50 ball, and the Braves will take it. Katie Watkins. Looking for Weisner. Bulldogs there. The Braves trying to set up another attack. Wingate's defense has been very good, though. Not allowing the ball to really advance into that attacking third much. Bulldog throw-in coming up here. And a little bit of a break there as the extra ball rolled out onto the field. That allowed the Braves to get a little bit better defensive position. Took advantage, momentarily stopping the attack, but here it comes. Naomi Matley along the far side. Defended by Courtney Boger. Now switching sides, Wingate into the box, poked away, and the Braves dodge that bullet. Jasmine Sinakal Guzman with the defense. Now we're looking up ahead for Weisner. She gets tangled up with the defender. Wingate turns over the Braves. Now they go to Fleischle. Sliding challenge by Guzman. This goes in towards the box. The shot, and it's wide right. The save, I believe, by Aiken. No, they're just going to say that missed. Couldn't tell if a Braves player got a piece of that at the last second. No corner kick awarded. Instead, a goal kick for Aiken and the Braves.
I feel like it was a very wide shot.
Shots column now showing 5-2 edge for Wingate. Braves commit the foul. Wingate will move this into the attacking third easily. Try to get another look at the goal. 5.5 minutes to play in half number one. No score. For Ernie Jeffries, I'm Cameron Songer for UNCP Soccer. And a good marquee Division II matchup here tonight. In towards the box, a lot of contact, no whistle. Popping right back up is Victoria Fitchman. So Aiken will take the goal kick. Robson Sanchez. Now to the far side. Good ball up ahead. Weisner can get to this one. He's fought off well. And this will turn into a Wingate goal kick. That was a promising looking ball to the right corner. Braves couldn't make anything with it. Throw-in awarded to Wingate. Braves not trying to clear this one out. Stacy Scott just sends it
right out of
bounds. So a Wingate throw-in in the attacking third. Kept in. Can they make something with this? That was last touch by the Braves. So here comes a Wingate corner kick with 3:27 to play in half number one. The Bulldogs with the first opportunity for a real corner set piece. And here we go. Put in. Aiken soars and makes the catch. Trying a quick counterattack on the foul committed by Alex Beery. She was the one who initiated the set piece with the corner kick. Then sprinting back to recover defensively. Weisner winning possession. Goes back, waits for support. 2.5 minutes to play in the first half for the Braves. Trying to get to halftime even with the nationally ranked Wingate Bulldogs, up to number 9 in the NSCAA poll. Here comes Matley. Looking for a pass, intercepted well by Guzman. Wingate not able to keep the ensuing scramble in bounds. Sophie Jendrezic was the closest one to that. She was the last one to touch it. Right for the Braves. Long ball put in by Robson. Headed away. Rolfs. It's Katie Watkins back to Rolfs. Here's Mackenzie Wright. Braves bringing some numbers in towards the box. Back to Rolfs. Going far side. Amber Watkins. Lost it briefly. Katie Watkins back into the box again. Headed away. They were looking for Wright. It's bouncing towards the corner. Wingate trying to keep it in. They cannot. Braves corner kick coming up. Mackenzie Wright will go to that right corner. and put the set piece in motion. Under 80 seconds to play in half number 1. Here comes the ball, chipped in. Guzman got a head on it. Still bouncing around in the box, and it looks like Wingate will be able to clear. Sprinting back is Stacy Scott. She's leading the charge back for the Braves. They already had a couple players back. Final minute in half number 1. Throw in for Wingate. They will use one last substitute here. In the final seconds, that might actually end up costing them as the time it takes to get the player in. The clock continues to run, down to 40 seconds now. Here's the throw in coming up after another whistle. Braves can now just look to keep kicking this ball out of bounds, clearing it away. And head to the half, evened up. Throw in, headed away. So we're down to 20 seconds, looking for another soccer ball to put in. Braves can just keep doing this, jumping in the way, not letting the ball in. Instead, Wingate goes backwards with it. They just have to chip it in towards the box. A little bit of contact, no whistle, and the first half will come to a close. The Braves and the Bulldogs both playing terrific defense. No score on the board through 45 minutes at varsity grounds. 5 shots by Wingate, just 3 for the Braves, and 2 saves on the board, both made by the Braves keeper Janae Aiken. Scoreless at halftime, 15 minutes on the halftime game clock. We will take that break, and we'll be back in a bit for the second half of action. Don't go anywhere. You're watching UNCP Braves Women's Soccer.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
We often get the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
Welcome back to Varsity Grounds in Pembroke, North Carolina for some non-conference Division II women's soccer action between the UNCP Braves and the number 9 Wingate Bulldogs. No score right now after 45 minutes of play, so let's play 45 more. With Rody Jeffries, I'm Cameron Songer. Thank you for joining us on the Braves YouTube channel. As we take a look at the first half stats, Rody, what really jumps off the page to you? There's not a lot. There were a total of 8 shots in the first half, 2 saves made by Janae Aiken, and each team had 1 corner kick.
No, the only thing that really stands out is, how many shots that each team attempted to make. Brooke Howell on Wingate, she had 2 shots, made neither, but she tried.
Yeah. Howell and Kimmy Moore with 2 shots each for Wingate, each of those being one of them having on goal. And in addition, substitute Sophie Jendrezic also had 1 shot, which was not on goal. One of the other things that was notable is the number of substitutes used by Wingate. They had 6 players come off the bench compared to just 2 for the Braves. It was Christine Rolfs and Mackenzie Wright coming in reserve for the Braves. Teams will switch sides here for the second half, meaning the Braves will be attacking the goal on the right side and the Bulldogs moving from right to left. As the sun continues to dip down, just a gorgeous night brewing here in Pembroke. It was a nice afternoon, maybe a few degrees too warm as we were setting up our equipment here, getting ready for this broadcast, the 5 p.m. start. It was 77 degrees and mostly sunny at the start of this match, and it's really just been a pleasant day to be outside. And if you're cooped up indoors and watching the stream, well, first of all, thank you for watching the stream, but gotta say, not bad to be outside today. Really,
not a bad idea.
Really not a bad idea. I would recommend it. Wingate wearing their navy blue tops with the gold numbers and the navy blue shorts. A little bit tough to see some of the numbers on some of the players. They're Nike kits. But they do have the number on the right sleeve of their their shorts, which is nice. Something the Braves don't have, but a little bit easier to spot the black numbers on the white tops for UNCP. Alex Beery moving the ball forward. She's in to start the second half for Wingate after she didn't start in the first half. This one just cleared away. Guzman and Scott making up the bulk of that back line for UNCP. Boger comes in, pokes it loose. Braves have an opportunity to try to run. Watkins trying to hit Campbell. Well defended. It's a deflection forced by Kaylee Apicella. Bounces all the way back, and now the Braves will try to defend the length of the field, bringing a little bit of pressure. As Wingate moves from the left side to the right side, near to far, and now back to the middle. As they try to advance it forward. Moving it back to move it forward right now. Here's Schernick. She has some room and she'll move it up herself. Now the long pass. Scott wins the header. And Guzman clears it away. Volleyed back and forth off a couple players' foreheads. And Wingate cannot keep it in play. So the Braves will throw in on their side of midfield as they move some players into the attacking side. Here's Katie Watkins. Sanchez. Lost it. Here comes Caliendo. Gabby Caliendo with some room. Trying to turn the corner. Watkins defending, running with her. Lobs I guess that's a shot, over the top of the crossbar, and the Braves will get the goal kick. Tough angle there for Caliendo on that shot. Didn't have much support with her either, so.
No.
Kind of a tough situation she put herself in, but a nice run nonetheless. Aiken puts this kick low and intercepted. Erica Pacello. She looks through, has a teammate. This is Kimmy Moore. It's poked, and it'll be a corner kick for Wingate. I think she's trying to. It looked like she was thinking about taking it quickly. She was actually just setting it for teammate Alex Beery to take the corner kick. Second one of the game for Wingate. The Braves had one in the first half. Sending this towards the top of the box. It's just chased down. This will end up being some set offense here for Wingate. Lobbed in and no one there. Aiken will let it roll, and it's a goal kick for UNCP. As Aiken goes to chase the ball down. Rolled all the way to the fence. Allows the Braves to move up a little bit. Kind of get to see what they're thinking about here. Not really moving. Well, actually none. There are no white players on the right side of the midfield stripe.
Not one.
So they are thinking about taking their time moving this ball up the field rather than trying the quick long pass. And the Braves defend this well. It's trickling back to that midfield line. And it will be a Braves throw-in. So that strategy pays off. Aiken knows her team, and they know their strategy. Trying to connect this time with Amber Watkins, can't do it. Looking for a through ball there. Rolfs, no one ran. Now Wingate coming up along the far sideline. They're looking for Caliendo. She gets taken down, no whistle. Wingate tries to switch sides of the field. Do so with some success. The Braves defense there again. Good deflection there. Boger tried to clear. And this will be a Wingate throw-in. Excellent defensive play there. Kimmy Moore. This is going to be a cliche and you're going to groan, but that's using your head out there. Had to do it. Had to do it.
I see.
No regrets. Fletcher. Give and go. Here's Brunworth. Off UNCP. Brunworth will throw in. Stacy Scott on the defense, and she'll let Beery throw in instead. They'd like to have Beery set these plays up in the corner. She's the one who took the corner kick a moment ago. Now throwing in from near the corner. The Wingate can't keep it in bounds. 5 minutes down in half number 2. Still no score. Braves and Bulldogs in a regional rivalry. Braves looking to be the first team to stop the steamrolling attack that is the Wingate Bulldogs. 10-0 on the season, 6-0 in the SAC, and they are second in the region in the most recent NSCAA coaches poll. Have a stoppage here as a Wingate player fixing her shin guards and shoes. This will be, I believe, Wingate's possession here. It is. That was Alex Beery. She's the one who was holding the ball, so it's kind of hard to really play the game with the person who's supposed to be throwing the ball in is trusting her. With the officials doing a nice job there to actually stop the clock and keep too much time from being killed off. Braves there defensively. Wingate trying to get a quick one. Not to be. Good defense once again. Coming in to keep the forward progress from advancing is Courtney Boger. Wingate with some nice quick passing. Now an opportunity. Try to go between the legs of Scott and now across. And the Braves will have a goal kick. Nice look though. Wingate starting to develop something. Still no shots yet in half number 2. 5 in the first half for Wingate, 3 for the Braves. Wingate able to get 2 of them on goal. Braves couldn't get any of their 3 shots on goal. This one tipped around in the midfield. Sanchez with the pass forward. Too strong. And there's the miscommunication between Sanchez and Rolfs. I think they both thought the other was going to make the touch. So Wingate takes over possession, looking to move it into the attacking third, set something up. Nice run. And the pass back. This is Brunworth. Sends it back. Franklin. A long lob pass. Braves taking care of this one, sending it forward where there's no white jerseys up ahead. So Wingate will just chase this down and then advance it back past midfield. Very defensive formation right now for UNCP.
Very.
But playing without Courtney Crump, who was injured in their last match on Saturday against Georgia College. She's out today. And that is a big loss for UNCP. The team's leading scorer with 7 goals. Also the PVC conference leader in shots. They're just someone the Braves could count on to make plays offensively, take shots and get looks at the goal, and also was 3rd in the conference in goals at the time of her injury. So that was, another big thing, was just the ability to actually put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, her numbers were very impressive.
That's been a problem for the Braves here today. It's just getting those looks at the goal. 3 shots, none of them on goal. And that was one of the things we talked about before the match, was in order for the Braves to have success getting those shots on goal, Wingate opponents have gotten just 26 shots on goal in 10 games against the Bulldogs. Leads to a very, very good goals against average for goalkeeper Alexis Jones. Currently allowing 1 goal every 3 matches. Has the 3 shutouts to go with it. Bulldogs on the counterattack here after the Braves couldn't get a shot on goal. And it'll be sent out by Guzman. A throw-in near the edge of the box for Wingate with 35 minutes to play in half number 2. They'll move some more attackers up into position. Pass, the Braves still trying to defend. Watkins. And the support there by Boger, playing very conservative, keeping everything in front. Here's Moore on the run, pass inside, tipped away. Braves looking to clear. And Watkins will do so. Looking ahead for Campbell. Can she win the run to this ball? It will go all the way back to the keeper. Let's see if Rayshana Campbell can make something happen by herself. Just too much open space for Wingate to pass the ball away from her. There's a foul against UNCP. Carolina Sanchez too aggressive on that challenge, and it'll be a free kick for Wingate. This could be trouble, as the Bulldogs can move some forwards up near towards the goal. This will be Mackenzie Schernick to take the free kick. Just 2 players for the wall for the Braves. Put in towards the box, that's high and wide. Not there on the attempt by Mackenzie Schernick. So we will remain knotted up at 0. But we've seen a shot now finally. About 12 minutes into the second half, that was the first shot we've seen.
Yeah, the entire half. Hopefully we see some more throughout the rest of this game.
Would not be surprised to see this one go overtime. The way this has been going, both teams playing pretty defensive, especially the Braves. Ooh, a big challenge near midfield. Officials not calling anything there. Surprised they didn't at least give advantage to the Braves. As Mackenzie Wright took a tumble. She pops right back up. And that's one of those that looked and sounded a lot worse than really it was. Braves trying to find Campbell in the midfield. UNCP gets the interception. They can get some numbers here moving forward. Pass a little bit too strong for Wright. Aggressive interception. Braves might send it back, and now Wingate returns the favor with an interception. Bulldogs moving it forward. They'll wait for support. Into the middle. This is Pacello. She sends it back. Apicella to the far side. Well defended. Caliendo couldn't do anything with that touch. Robeson sends it forward. And here comes UNCP along the far sideline. A good challenge to take away from behind. Here's Watkins, Amber Watkins, waiting for her support. She will pull it back out. UNCP with an offensive opportunity. They go towards Campbell. It's headed away. Here's Rolfs, the shot. That's over everything. Campbell with the header pass to Christine Rolfs. Not the shot she wanted there. Capable of a better shot on goal. And that's the first Brave shot of the second half. For Rolfs, it's just her third shot she's taken this season. Goal kick from Alexis Jones. Will be taken by Wingate. Up over the midfield line. That'll go off the Braves. Throw in into the attacking third for Wingate. And they will substitute. Off comes number 15, Caitlin Fletcher. She will be replaced. She's replaced by number 25, Brenda Vargas. Brenda Vargas making just her 4th appearance of the season. The freshman defender from Brentwood, New York, getting some run. And here comes a Brave substitute. Shauna Campbell off.
The sun is starting to set.
Makes it very difficult to see some of that stuff on the far sideline. Armani Boswell in for the Braves. They will look to her immediately along the far sideline, but that pass out before she could even get a touch on it. And the Braves win possession off the Wingate throw-in. There's a challenge. The Braves coming up a little bit here. Let's see if they get burned for it. Pacello. She gets pushed to the ground. That's a pretty obvious foul. Kenzie Wright a little too aggressive there. And time will be stopped as Pacello will get back to her feet. Official just checking in on her. Don't think we'll see a booking there. There's perhaps a little bit of an arm extension there by Wright on the challenge for that ball, but I don't think anything too beyond what you would consider a reasonable play for the ball. Definitely a foul, though. So the Wingate kick in towards the box. It trickles away. And Amber Watkins has some room. She looks long, looking for Boswell. Boswell with the touch, getting in towards the box. Well challenged and tipped away by Macy Franklin. It goes out. Who will get it? It's a Braves throw-in right near the corner. They're saying that just missed the corner flag by a couple inches. So the Braves throw in. Boswell in towards Rolfs. And it'll be a goal kick as Rolfs got the touch on it, sent it over the end line. That could have been really different if the ball had just spun a little bit differently. Braves could have been looking at a set piece, a corner.
Yeah, and they could have kicked it in.
Instead, can't really materialize anything out of that. One shot each way in the second half. We played about 17 minutes in half number 2. 6 shots to 4. Wingate has the edge, but 1-1 in the second half. Braves go far sideline now. Robson. To right, she puts it in, and easily scooped up by Jones, the keeper. Braves taking the shot there. Now Boswell with 3 defenders on her.
She's still
Trying to
going
turn the corner. It finally gets tipped away. Seemed like that was going to happen sooner rather than later, but she maybe got an extra 2 touches once that triple team converged. Wingate trying to move back into their attacking half. Initially denied Kimmy Moore. The Braves shutting the door on this one. Sliding challenge and a great takeaway by Moore. Can they get it back to her? No. There's that chip in towards the box, handled by Aiken. Cutting in to intercept is UNCP, right? Get it to Robson. This will be a throw-in for the Braves in front of the Wingate bench. 26-26 to go in the second half. Throw-in goes to Wright. They'll push it forward, looking for Boswell. Handful of Bulldogs there. Wright challenging for possession. The pass intercepted by the Braves. This tipped out, Braves throw-in near midfield.
It's a lot of back and forth in this game.
Second half, I think a lot more back and forth. The first half was a lot of Wingate attacking. Amber Watkins passed it to where I think she thought a teammate was going to be. No one there. This is where we find out how well the Braves can adjust to playing without Courtney Crump. Their leading goal scorer, injured on Saturday, out today. How well can the Braves kind of, figure things out on the run? There's not a lot of training time in between Saturday's game and today's game to figure out how to make that work. Braves throw in now along the near sideline. Be taken by Courtney Boger. Watkins, nifty little header trying to find Boswell. This bounces away. Braves commit the foul. Actually not a bad foul at all, as it allows the Braves defense to reset a little bit, stopping a somewhat of a breakaway opportunity for the Bulldogs. Said the Bulldogs will get the free kick at midfield. Another big collision, and again, no whistle. Kimmy Moore of the Bulldogs got the worst of that. Challenge for the ball. Braves will get the throw in. Mackenzie Schernick poked that one out, poked it away. But now the Braves able to move some attackers forward. Boger throwing in, looking for Boswell. Well defended. It will come all the way back, and that gets past Boger. Wingate gets the turnover. Give and go. They can't keep it in. Looking for Caitlin Brunworth. Working a little give and go with Caliendo. And Amber Watkins, the UNCP captain. Shifty play there to get the Braves possession. Now Boswell to the corner. Here's the cross. Going far post. Right, not there. Very close for UNCP.
Very,
not
very
there.
close.
Ref setting a little bit of a pick there on Katie Watkins. The Braves are back defensively, sending it forward, trying to get the clear. This sent long. It's a 50-50 ball now. After it gets past one, Boswell made a run on it, had it tackled away. Katie Watkins looking for her sister. Here's Amber Watkins with a little bit of space, waiting for some support now. Cuts it back in towards the middle. She'll hold. Looking for a pass, it's intercepted. Cut in, and just took that away. The Braves back line again there. Amber Watkins on the touch. Braves able to recover. This is right to Boswell. Boswell on the edge of the box, tries a shot. And it's saved. Armani Boswell. That's about the closest the Braves have actually taken a shot on goal. And it'll be the second save of the day for Alexis Jones. This clearance bounces into the bleachers. Braves will throw in at midfield. Still no score in this one. 22 minutes to play in the second half. Braves throwing in again. Wingate cutting in front. Well defended. Back and forth we go again. Wright playing the one-on-one defense. It goes to the far sideline with Sophie Jendrezic. Fight for the ball along the far sideline. Throw in awarded to the Wingate Bulldogs, and we'll see a substitution. 4 new players coming on for Wingate. Much like we saw in the first half when I think the most they ever brought on once in the first half was 3, though.
Yeah.
So a whole bunch of fresh new legs out there on the field for the Bulldogs.
Let's see how it'll affect.
We mentioned that was going to be something they might use today, coming off their last match on Monday that they had to reschedule. That was a makeup of a previously canceled game due to weather. Honoring their commitment to come here and play the Braves today. We saw a similar thing with the UNCP men's soccer team, although the game that they needed to make up was ultimately rescheduled for Tuesday, and the decision was made not to play a non-conference match against Coker today that was previously scheduled. The Braves had to go down and play Francis Marion yesterday after that match was rained out. So I guess the moral of that story is you can play on 1 day rest, a full 48 hours in between matches, but not 24 hours. That's pushing it. Another substitute
That really
for
is
Wingate,
pushing it.
as AJ Lightbody replaces Erica Pacello. Especially at this point in the season, injuries kind of piling up for some teams more than others, but definitely bumps and bruises and tweaks and sprains taking their toll on every team, with most teams pretty much playing 2 games a week every week, and this being about the 6th week of that.
Right.
Most teams now at about 10 games. That I've heard some coaches say in a perfect world the season would be 5 months and you would play 1 game a week with sometimes 2 weeks in between games. But the problem with that is weather.
Always.
You can't really start the season in any earlier than the first weekend in September when other sports are starting, and you can't really extend this season into December. As much as these players would tell you they'll play anywhere, anytime, playing in the snow is probably not anyone's idea of a good time.
The snow or the rain?
They'll play in the rain.
Well, yeah.
They won't play in a thunderstorm, but they'll play in the rain. Here's a Wingate opportunity. Braves clearing it away as the sun finally starting to go down and get out of our eyes up here in the broadcast booth. Watkins the pass ahead. Now back to Amber Watkins. The defense comes from behind. Naomi Matley sneaks in. And Wingate pass to the near sideline. They can't keep it in. So a throw in for Courtney Boger and the Braves. Amber Watkins. The header. Boswell can't chase it down. And it's tipped out by Watkins. Wingate throw in now. 18 minutes to play in half number 2. Braves trying to keep this where it is at 0-0. Right. Help defense comes. She can't maintain possession. This will be another Wingate throw in. There's a foul against UNCP. Katie Watkins too aggressive there. Didn't need to be either, with Christine Rolfs coming in help defense. It'll be a free kick inside the midfield circle for the Bulldogs. Mackenzie Schernick will apply the boot. And a good touch. There's an opportunity, looking inside. The shot, and Aiken handles. Good look, Caitlin Brunsworth pulling the trigger on that shot. Aiken, again, making it look easy. Watkins trying a quick counter for UNCP. Boswell trying to go give and go. It's not there. It clears out towards midfield. Guzman to the far sideline now, looking for right. Sanchez will be there to intercept. Has support. Goes to Katie Watkins. She has some space in front of her. Tries the shot. Wide left. Goal kick for Wingate. Had a run there for Boswell, and I think that could have perhaps been interpreted as a pass. Maybe hoping for a deflection, hoping for Boswell to get in the way of it. The shot column on the scoreboard now showing 7-7. The Braves closing that gap. UNCP getting the turnover there. And then the scramble for the ball. Foul against Wingate. Amber Watkins getting tangled up with Taylor Leibel. And a handful of Wingate fans in the bleachers this evening, voicing their displeasure with that call. Good ball into the box. Bodies flying around right, scrambling for the ball. As Sinacal Guzman got tangled up with a Wingate player. They go back to Guzman. Man comes on. They find Katie Watkins. Watkins, a shot. Just high. Good touch on that shot there from Watkins. Nearly snuck it over the outstretched arm of Alexis Jones for today's first goal. Substitution for Wingate. As number 16, Kimmy Moore, will go to the bench. And on comes Brooke Howell. Kimmy Moore, the leading scorer for Wingate on the season with 4 goals. But she doesn't usually start. And now it looks like for the finish of this game, they will put her on the sidelines. Sanchez gets a touch on this to intercept and stop the momentum of the pass. Wingate maintains possession. Up ahead. Intercepted, heading forward. Here's Mackenzie Wright, trying to pass back, intercepted by Wingate. Naomi Matley. Braves some good passing. Katie Watkins to her sister Amber. Looking for Boswell on the through ball. Deflected away. Braves keeping possession. Amber to Katie once again, the older sister to the younger Watkins sister. Out of Kannapolis, North Carolina. Connection wasn't there this time. Throw in. Rolfs in trouble along the sideline. It's tipped out. Braves will throw in. Let's see if the Braves can put a couple passes together here and get another look on goal. UNCP now showing an 8-7 lead in the shots category on the scoreboard. Looking for Boswell. She was held up perhaps a tiny bit as they tried to throw it into her. And then Boswell deflects the pass out of bounds. Throw in Wingate. Another substitute for the Bulldogs. Naomi Matley out. Replacing her will be number 9, Erica Pacello. Pacello gets the ball to Brunsworth. Nice pass. Coming up to intercept is Scott. She launches it forward. That'll be all the way over to the goal. Hurled back in by Jones and back into action. Coming down the home stretch here, I think we're really starting to see both teams pick up the pace. Let's see if that favors UNCP or Wingate.
The defense on both sides is incredible right now.
Braves defensive play. They send it out. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Wingate can't make anything with it. Will end up being a goal kick for Janae Aiken and UNCP. 12 minutes to play in half number 2. Now overtime follows a 2-half golden goal format, sudden victory in NCAA soccer. And if after 20 minutes of overtime there's no scoring, then the game is a draw. Neither team has had a tie this season. Braves 5-5, Wingate 10-0.
I don't think Wingate will want to draw.
And with the way the Braves lineup looks today, without Courtney Crump, knowing that they're coming in without their leading goal scored, facing the highest ranked team they've played all season, a draw for UNCP would not be a result to frown upon whatsoever.
No. Because I honestly think they came in prepared.
These two teams played to a 1-1 draw last year. That was at Wingate. And the regional rivalry, they try to play every year in non-conference. Certainly makes it easier when scheduling those non-conference games, not have to schedule teams too far out of the region. Wingate's a very manageable drive from Pembroke, North Carolina. About 2 hours, I would say.
Oh, that's not too bad at all.
There's frankly not a lot that's very close to Pembroke, North Carolina. The closest regional rival is Fayetteville State. I'm not sure they have women's soccer at Fayetteville State.
I don't think they do.
We'll see the men's and women's basketball team take on the Fayetteville State Broncos, the football team every year in the Two Rivers Classic.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that makes probably the most sense for the Braves. You have Francis Marion and USC Aiken, the closest Peach Belt foes. An aggressive challenge there. Down goes Boswell. They'll call that foul against Macy Franklin, and a free kick for the Braves. Probably too far to try a shot from here. But they could definitely make something out of this. Mackenzie Wright. He is the one who will take this. Strikes it with the left foot. Into the box, headed away. Taken by Leibel. Now Wright trying to keep her in front, can't do so. Leibel showing off the speed. Through ball up ahead. Opportunity for Fleischle. Gabby Fleischle waiting for support. Here's the shot, right into the arms of Aiken. The shot taken by Taylor Leibel. That was the best look taken by the Bulldogs in the second half.
Yeah, she had a great run.
Great run. A tough angle for her shot, so she passed it off. And then the ensuing shot going right into the arms of Aiken. Braves winning possession of this 50-50 ball, and retreating with it is Katie Watkins. She'll leave it for Guzman. Pass it forward to Wright. Right at midfield. 8:35 to play. Katie Watkins. Braves switching sides of the field, now attacking from the right side. And a run for Courtney Boger. Up ahead. And defended well, taken away. Christine Rolfs had an opportunity with it. And now Leibel on her counterattack. Morgan Meltzer. Intercepted by Scott. And she sends it into the bleachers. Heads up. Wingate, right on the edge of the box. Here's a shot. Wide and to the right. That's one that Erica Pacello probably wants back.
Yes.
Under 8 to play in half number 2. Aiken's goal kick for UNCP coming up. Wingate's taken the edge back in the shots category, 9-8. They have 4 shots on goal compared to just 1 for UNCP. Robson has to kind of clear that out. Coming up to intercept is Wingate. Now back towards midfield. Getting some extra visiting players in towards the box. Braves have to clear it out. Bulldogs trying to get that first goal. With the defensive formation that UNCP has played in most of the night, that would be huge. That would be a serious tactical altering kind of play.
Yeah, the Braves defense has been great tonight. So if Wingate does make a shot, it will be very surprising to me.
Brave defense just kind of tapping this ball away for now, forcing Wingate to bring some extra attackers in. This one goes in towards the box. Aiken calls off her teammate, and we'll scoop it up. There were 20 players on the left side of midfield there. 1 Wingate defender, and of course the Wingate goalkeeper staying home there. Braves touch this one last. Wingate throw in. 6 minutes to play. Boswell appears to be a little bit shaken up right now.
Yeah, she's still trying to make it though.
She was kind of stretching out a little bit of a cramp. Now looks like she's making her way over towards the sideline. Trying to walk this off. They don't need her to defend right now. Shot deflected. Leibel will chase it back down. The pass, again deflected. Can the Braves win this ball? Not this time. Back to Leibel. Tries the cross. Here's a shot. Aiken gathers the low shot. Another nice save by Janae Aiken. She picks up her 5th save of the evening on the 10th shot by Wingate. The Braves win the ball and possession at midfield. Boswell trying to get to her own left side. You can see she is not at 100% right now. Challenge for the ball. It's bouncing around. Braves win it. Go Amber Watkins. Back towards the middle. Rolfs slows it up, sends it back. Now right. She sends it over towards the far sideline. Going one-on-one. Trying to take her defender. Finding Boswell. Far side. Taking it towards the corner is Armani Boswell. The cross is deflected. Right to it. Now a little bit of contact. No whistle. Ball lobbed forward. Braves maintaining possession. Sanchez. Now Katie Watkins back to Sanchez. Let's see what the Braves can do. They're bringing some players forward. Boger in towards the box. This is Watkins. Watkins, well defended. She takes it back towards the corner. Amber Watkins, centering pass. Looking for Boswell, can't connect. Braves bring the man on. They'll get the throw in. Surprised they're keeping Armani Boswell in right now. I think she's probably figured out that cramp and has kind of walked it off. This opportunity to sub, I'm a little bit surprised Lars Anderson not doing so. And now the Braves bring on a couple subs. This might be the hook for her. Rayshana Campbell checking back into the game. Kate Weisner will replace Christine Rolfs. And Mackenzie Wright will head to the sideline. Rayshana Campbell will take her spot. So Boswell will stay in the game. 3:18 to go, no score. Braves looking for the first goal. Throw in to Weisner. Campbell ultimately touches it, and then it will be sent out by Wingate. Crafty play there by Campbell. And then on the throw-in, probably taken a little bit too prematurely. Cleared away by Wingate, and it rolls in for a Braves throw-in. Stacy Scott will take it. She crept too far forward. He has the idea of where she wanted to get it. And that was Kate Weisner looking for Boswell. Very close on that run. Alexis Jones makes the grab. 2:30 to go, second half. Still no score. At this point, either in regulation or in overtime, a goal pretty much wins it. Just not a lot of time left. Wingate can't keep their pass in. Braves will throw in front of their own bench.
I think from their game on Monday, they're getting kind of, a little bit a little tired.
They won in regulation in their SAC conference match on Wednesday, so didn't have to play any extra minutes. Boswell on the run now, a good touch. Can she break through a couple defenders? A lot of contact. This will be sent away. Stays in. Boswell passing. And Wisner will get to it. She centers. Amber Watkins has her sister running with her. Tries the shot, and it will sail wide right. Amber Watkins takes the 9th shot of the evening for the Braves. Can get that on goal. Still just one save so far tonight for Alexis Jones. She will take this goal kick. 80 seconds remaining in regulation. Braves intercept in midfield, looking forward. Looking for Campbell and Boswell. Big collision, no whistle. Wisner emerges from the scrum with the ball. Here's the shot, and it's high. Braves now.
They're really
firing away. Haven't been able to get too close to the net. Give a lot of credit to the Wingate defenders for that, but the Braves are just sending the ball towards the goal and seeing what happens, and why not? Under a minute to go. Campbell can't connect with Boswell on this one. Braves intercepting. Sanchez gets it. See if the Braves go for an all-out attack here. Campbell going near sideline. Chasing it down is Katie Watkins. She keeps it in. 25 seconds. Looking for Wisner. It's intercepted. Wingate able to launch one more attack in regulation. Looking forward. Guzman heads it away. Threat not over yet. Put forward. This will be taken by Aiken. She can hold. And end regulation. She will boot it away. And nobody really making too much of an effort for this ball. 90 minutes of soccer has not resolved anything. We are deadlocked on the scoreboard. No goals for either side. 10 shots for both teams. We will step aside in between the end of regulation and the beginning of overtime number 1. But we'll be back. The Braves and the Wingate Bulldogs going to overtime. Don't go anywhere. This could get fun.
Very.
So here we go. Overtime in Pembroke between the UNCP Braves women's soccer team and the number 9 undefeated Wingate Bulldogs. The Braves looking to hand Wingate their first loss or even draw of the season. Bulldogs 10-0, 6-0 in the SAC. Braves 5-5, 4-2 in the Peach Belt. With Brody Jeffries, I'm Cameron Songer. Thank you for sticking around. If you're just joining us, well, you can say you didn't really miss much. 10 shots for each side in the first 90 minutes and no goals on the scoreboard. So if you're just joining us, well, you have pretty good timing. It's been a fun one so far. The Braves playing without Courtney Crump, their leading scorer, who was injured in their last match on Saturday against Georgia College. Trying to figure things out. It's been a pretty defensive battle throughout. And to go over the rules in overtime for NCAA soccer are as follows. 2 10-minute halves. They will switch sides at the halftime. And the first goal wins. Golden goal rules in effect. If nobody scores after the 20 minutes of overtime, then the game is called a draw and everyone goes home. Should say everyone goes home after the game anyway.
Yeah.
It's not the case that if you lose you have to stay at the field to, I don't know, clean the field or repaint the field or what have you. So that would certainly incentivize some performance, maybe. I don't know. Wingate trying to clear this. They keep it in. Nice touch. A run by Leibel. She's holding. Now lobs it towards the box. No one there. Janae Aiken gathers. Who can get the first really good look here in overtime might determine who wins this match. As both teams got some good looks in regulation. Seems like it's just a matter of time. Both teams with 10 shots, although the Braves are only able to put one of them on goal. Braves bringing pressure. Wingate responds into the box, defended. Tipped by Guzman. It's kept in. Scott will chase this down. Sends it forward. Watkins. Watkins a pass. It's deflected. Braves just trying to get this clear right now. They've forced Wingate all the way back to midfield. That's almost as good as a clear. I'm sure they'd rather have possession. Bouncing around, and here is the Braves' possession. Weisner. Over to Amber Watkins. She has some green grass in front of her, and she's running. Good touch. Well defended. And Wingate able to get it up quickly.
The pressure
Leibel,
is really on the field right now.
Kimmy Moore into the top of the box. Braves send it back to midfield. These teams getting after it now. Amber Watkins trying to switch sides of the field. That's intercepted by Caitlin Brunworth. I feel like we've seen more action in the last 2.5 minutes in overtime than we saw for very long stretches in regulation. No shots officially yet in overtime, but both teams have been really running the ball up and down the sidelines. Weisner has some space. Watkins has even more. Now the long pass looking for Boswell. It's well defended and taken by Morgan Meltzer. Back to Schernick. Again, no Wingate players there on that pass. Pushed to the far corner by UNCP, just forcing Wingate to track this down. It stays in. And now the Braves putting the pressure on. Pass up the sideline, stays in. Nice footwork there, good touch on that pass. Now some room on the run. Into the middle of the field. Sanchez wins the battle. Up ahead, Wingate. The challenge. This is still a threat here for the Bulldogs. Good defense, though, by Katie Watkins. Here's a run. Amber Watkins, a little bit strong on that touch. Will it result in the turnover? Katie Watkins cleaning up. Keeping possession. Finding Amber Watkins right side. The cross. Armani Boswell a little bit too far behind that one.
It was a great attempt, but it was trying to go in.
This is Robson. She takes this up out of Braves' defensive territory and into the attacking third, where the pass sails wide. The Braves will have a free kick now. Right, puts it in towards the box. Goes out, Braves will throw in front of the Wingate bench. Again, another Braves throw in. They're advancing the ball up the far sideline that way. Into Boswell. But Wingate gets the turnover. Can they do anything with it? Forward to Kaylee Apicella. She finds Leibel. Taylor Leibel. Into the box. Aiken calls off her defender again. Jasmine Sinacal Guzman was ready to boot that one away. Instead, Aiken will do the honors. Now the Braves setting up an attack. Watkins lobbing it towards the box. Looking for Weisner, it's not there. Now it's Katie Watkins. To Sanchez. Sanchez on the run. Trying to break past one, can't do it as the help comes. The Braves have been on the attack most of overtime. Let's see if Wingate can counter with something. Aggressive challenge and the takeaway. Courtney Boger with a nice play. Up ahead to Boswell. She can't handle. Now this one moving forward. Braves clearance attempt. It's well contested. The Braves will throw in. That was Jillian Robson, who was under a lot of pressure there. Here's an attempt. Into the box. Aiken almost couldn't grab it.
Yeah.
But she finally does. That had trouble written all over it.
It was a save, though.
Watkins not able to keep this in. Throw in for Wingate. See another substitute coming in for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs' tired legs, perhaps. They played a 3-0 victory over Brevard on Monday. Playing on basically less than 48 hours rest. Heading to the bench is Kaylee Apicella. She's one of their better players. Moving forward. This will be a Wingate throw-in. And now a corner kick. 90 seconds to go in overtime period number 1. A goal wins it. If UNCP can hold off and force a second overtime period,
That would be great.
that would be very fun, and it could get even more intense. This is the furthest Wingate has played into a game. They have not played an overtime match yet this season. 10-0, trying to stay perfect. In towards the box. It's bouncing around. There's the shot cleared away. UNCP right there on the very back line. That got past the goalkeeper.
That back line is strong for the Braves.
Guzman trying to head it forward. Now put in towards the box and grabbed by Aiken. Morgan Meltzer trying the shot there. Amber Watkins. Let's see if the Braves can counter in the final minute of overtime period number 1. Getting past her defender. Watkins with a strong touch. Takes one right in the gut. See if she had the wind knocked out of her a little bit there. She's walking it off. But Wingate trying to counter. Intercepted by Sanchez in the midfield. They go right back to Watkins. No rest. That gets tipped. Boswell. Couldn't do anything with it. Final 10 seconds here of overtime period number 1. Wingate's got to go quickly. UNCP knocks it away. Sanchez with the touch. They're running out of time, and that is how the first overtime period will come to an end. Still no score. We'll step aside for just a moment, and then when we come back, 10 more minutes on the clock. Will we have a winner, or will this one end in a tie? Stay tuned.
This is incredible.
Second overtime period at varsity grounds in Pembroke, North Carolina. The Wingate Bulldogs undefeated and ranked 9th in the country, and the UNCP Braves pushing them to the limit. With Rhodey Jeffries, I'm Cameron Songer. Thank you for joining us in what has been about as exciting of a 0-0 game as you could possibly have after 100 minutes. Still no victor determined yet, and the next goal will win it. Golden goal rule in effect. As the Braves and Bulldogs trying to fight for possession near midfield. Sinikal Guzman falls down on the play. Bulldogs trying to advance it forward. Braves with the quick clearance. They send it to the sideline. It'll be a throw in for Wingate. Throwing it in is number 15, Caitlin Fletcher. Sanchez will just send it out of bounds again. Braves not gaining much ground on that play. The throw-in comes backwards. Let's see if the Braves pressure defense steps up here. Couple good touches. And here's lobbed in towards the box. An opportunity for the header. The shot. And that's past Aiken for the game-winning goal. That is it. In second overtime period, the Wingate Bulldogs stay perfect with the game-winning goal. Hold everything. Offsides called, and we're still playing. Wow. Just offsides by perhaps a foot was the closest forward for Wingate. But that's all it takes, and the official making the call.
That is all it takes.
And the Braves breathing a huge sigh of relief as that just trickled under Janae Aiken. And now a quick counterattack for UNCP. Boswell looking forward. Right is definitely not offsides. And the one cleared out. So we're still playing here. Already this is a great game. Wingate has not been to overtime yet. They're 10-0 on the season, ranked number 9 in the country. Sanchez, the shot, is deflected. So the Braves already proving to be the stiffest challenge of the season for the Bulldogs. If they can hand Wingate their first loss, this would be a pretty big upset. And UNCP, I think, would be very proud of a draw in this match. But they're playing for the win right now. They're in the attacking third. The foul against Wingate there. Amber Watkins drawing it. Now up into the box come a bunch of Braves attackers. Scott with the free kick into the box. It's bouncing around. No Braves are going to get to this one as it's going to roll over the end line. Goal kick Wingate. Close there. Close with just getting the ball into a mass of bodies and then trying to see who can make a play. That's all you could really hope for in a situation like that. Shots showing 13-12 in favor of the visitors. And in the saves column, which right now also represents shots on goal, as the score is 0-0. Janae Aiken with 7 saves and Alexis Jones for Wingate with just 1. So the Braves, 12 shots, just 1 save by the Wingate keeper. It's not a very good percentage for UNCP and something they'd like to work on after this game. Right now trying to finish the deal. Keep Wingate from getting another look at the goal after what looked like the game winner just moments ago. Called back for offsides.
Yeah, it was jaw-dropping.
Throw-in coming up for the Bulldogs. Under 6 minutes to go. And a procedure. I think they threw in before the substitutes had the chance to come in. For a moment, it looked like the official was pointing the other way as though he was going to award a throw-in to the Braves, but he was actually just pointing to the scorer's table.
Gotcha.
Saying, hey, you got some subs who are trying to come in. You sure? Are you sure? But the players on the field not necessarily looking over at the scorer's table in the course of action. They're thinking about trying to get as many looks at the goal as possible in the final 5 minutes of the second overtime. If no one scores in these 5 minutes, the game is a draw. Headed away by the Braves for the moment. Still in dangerous attacking position for the Bulldogs. Into the middle. Cleared away, and then the interception. Here's a chip on goal, the header. It'll sail wide. Kept in by Wingate, however. Great heads-up play by Howell. It goes into the middle. The shot off the crossbar. This is in. No one offsides. That's the game winner. Wingate wins to stay perfect.
Well, we can honestly say they never made it into 2 overtimes.
The Braves were so close many times. They had some great looks at the goal, and now we watch the teams shake hands after Wingate celebrating a hard-earned victory. They moved to 11-0 on the season. And there were a couple scares for the Bulldogs, but I think you could probably say they were the better team throughout today's game.
Yeah, we can say that, but the defense on both teams were incredible today, so I give them that. But the Braves, they tried to hang on as long as they possibly could today for this game.
4:38 left on the clock. They still haven't put the goal up on the board officially, but that just kind of is some hometown scorekeeping for you. The final score in this one, 1-0, Wingate in double overtime. It's the second straight match for UNCP where they've fallen in a second overtime, and the loss dropping them now to 5-6 on the season. That 0-3 start kind of still hurting them, although a 4-2 mark in the Peach Belt, that's still very good. This is not hurting them here. This was a non-conference game. Rhodey, your final thoughts on this one?
It was a good game. All the Braves just need to keep their head up, and Wingate just need to keep doing what they're doing at this point.
What's been working for them has been pretty good, as they are 9th in the country, and they stay perfect, moving to 11-0 on the season. The Braves, again, dropping to 5-6. They're back in action on the road this weekend. That will wrap things up from Varsity Grounds in Pembroke. For my partner, Rhodey Jeffries, and our entire broadcast crew, I'm Cameron Songer. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.